Building a business is one of the most fulfilling things in the world. To watch something grow and expand can be truly exciting, but imagine this. You quit your job, pour your savings into building a product you believe will change the world. Months later, you launch it and no one buys it. Painful, right? Eric Ries has seen this story play out hundreds of times. And in this book, The Lean Startup, he shows us how to avoid this heartache by building smarter, faster, and with far less risk. Today, we're breaking down the Lean Startup into a practical, step-by-step guide you can start applying today. Let's dig into it in parts. Part 1. The problem with traditional startups. In the old way of building businesses, you'd 1. Spend months or years building your perfect product. 2. Pour money into marketing. 3. Pray customers show up. The issue? Most startups fail not because the founders can't build, but because they build something nobody actually wants. Ries saw this firsthand when he worked on a startup that failed after years of development. Not due to bad technology, but because they never validated the demand. They never took their time to know if what they are building is really wanted. You might want to ask, how then will I know if the product will be wanted or not? Be calm, we will look into that. Part 2, the Lean Startup Mindset. The Lean Startup flips the process in the Part 1 on its head. Instead of build first, sell later, you 1. Start with a vision and a hypothesis. 2. Build a minimum viable product, MVP, which is the simplest version of your product. This is the product size you will use to test the market. 3. Get in front of customers immediately. 4. Learn from their feedback. This will give you an idea if the product is really wanted, what to adjust, improve on, or what to change. 5. Adjust or pivot if needed. This approach isn't just for tech companies. It works for restaurants, online courses, service businesses, any venture where you need to know what customers actually value. Part 3, Build, Measure, Learn, the feedback loop. The core of the Lean Startup is the Build, Measure, Learn loop. Step 1, build, create your MVP. Not a half-baked final product, but a stripped-down test version. For example, if you're starting a bakery, your MVP might be selling just one type of cake at a weekend market. If you're launching an app, your MVP could be a simple landing page describing the app and a sign-up form. Step 2. Measure. Collect real data from real customers. Don't guess. Don't rely on compliments from friends. Look for hard numbers, sign-ups, purchases, repeat visits. Step 3. Learn. Use the data to decide to keep going as planned, persevere. Make a pivot, a strategic shift in product, audience, or approach. Or stop entirely if the demand just isn't there. Part 4, Validated Learning. A big mistake founders make is chasing vanity metrics, numbers that look good but don't prove real demand. An example of this is this. A new app gets 10,000 downloads in a week, but if only 100 people use it regularly, the core problem isn't solved. Validated learning means proving that your product is moving you toward a sustainable business model. It forces you to focus on metrics that matter, like customer retention, active engagement, and actual revenue. Part 5, the MVP myth. Some entrepreneurs resist building most viable product, MVP, because they think it'll make them look unprofessional. But Ries says, your MVP is your learning tool, not your final masterpiece. Dropbox is a famous example. Before building their file syncing platform, founder Drew Houston made a 3-minute demo video showing how it would work. That video attracted tens of thousands of signups before the product even existed. It proved demand without wasting months coding. Part 6, Innovation Accounting. This is how you track progress when traditional accounting doesn't make sense yet. Startups can't measure success and profit at first, so they measure. 1. Customer acquisition cost. CAC. This represents the average cost of acquiring a new customer, calculated by dividing total sales and marketing expenses by the number of new customers acquired. 2. Lifetime value of a customer. LTV. This represents the total value a customer brings to a business over their lifetime. It's a crucial metric for understanding customer profitability and making informed decisions about customer acquisition and retention. 3. Conversion rates. This measures the percentage of users who complete a desired action. For example, the number or percentage of people who made inquiries about your product and bought it. 4. Retention rates. This measures the percentage of customers or users who continue to engage with your product or service over time. It's a crucial metric for understanding customer loyalty and long-term business sustainability. By tracking these 4, you know if you're moving toward a viable business or burning money. Part 7. The pivot. A pivot is a course correction designed to test a new approach while keeping your original vision in mind. Types of pivots include zoom-in pivot, focusing on one key feature of your product. Zoom-out pivot, expanding to include more features or a broader offering. Customer segment pivot, targeting a different type of customer. And platform pivot, turning your product into a platform for others to build on. For example, Instagram began as a check-in app called Burton. When the founders noticed users were mostly using the photo sharing feature, they pivoted to focus entirely on photos, and the rest is history. Part 8. Continuous deployment. The lean startup encourages rapid iteration, releasing small updates often instead of big releases once in a while. Why? Because small, frequent changes allow you to spot problems early and fix them quickly. Part 9. The lean mindset beyond startups. Large companies can use lean startup principles too. For example, Intuit, a massive financial software company, began testing new ideas on small groups of users before rolling them out company-wide. This saved them from expensive product flops. Part 10. The core takeaways of this book are: 1. Don't waste years building something nobody wants. 2. Launch early, learn quickly, and adapt fast. 3. Track meaningful metrics, not vanity numbers. 4. Don't fear pivots. They might save your business. 5. Keep your process lean, experimental, and customer-focused. So, before you start pouring your time, money, and soul into your big idea, remember, the lean startup isn't about being cheap, it's about being smart. It's about finding out what works before you run out of resources. And the sooner you start applying these principles, the sooner you can build something people truly want. For deeper details of this concept, I will advise that you pick up the book and understand it elaborately. If you enjoyed this summary, check out our playlist of business and finance book breakdowns, each one designed to help you think smarter, move faster, and build a future you're proud of. Subscribe now and comment your experiences, and let's keep learning together.